How are we going, folks? Welcome back to the Nightmare Cabin, and we are continuing on with our samurai season. And tonight we are talking about Harakiri. I hope I pronounced that right. I've watched a couple of reviews after watching the film, and yeah, people generally there's a few different ways to pronounce it. So Harakiri, also known as Sibuku. I don't think the film is called Sibuku, but Harakiri is also known as Sibuku. So I actually thought it was named after Harakiri, the book, but no, I'm mistaken. Have I got that anywhere in here? No. What have I done with that? It was nearby. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I actually thought the film was called Harakiri, just at a glance and after reading the book, but no, it's Harakiri. So Harakiri or Sabuku is the ritual suicide that samurai warriors do at the end of their life. At the end of their life, that tends to be what happens. Well, for various reasons, really. If they, for some reason they've dishonoured themselves or their masters, or some of them actually do it when their master dies. And yeah, there's a whole host of reasons for it. And this is such a good film. I think, this is actually generally regarded neck and neck with Seven Samurai as the greatest samurai film ever. I think Seven Samurai is probably the better one to start with. I wouldn't, I certainly wouldn't recommend this as your first samurai film, but yeah, definitely once you've worked yourself up and got yourself onto a number of films under your belt, like I have these past few weeks. Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out then. So it stars. Here we go. Tatsuya Nakadai, I think that is, who was the villain in Yojimbo and star of another film that we're going to be covering in Samurai Season, The Sword of Doom. So keep an eye out for that one. And it's directed by... What's the guy's... Right. Masaki Kobayashi, I think that is. No, sorry. Is it Masashiro Shinoda? I think is the director. Let me just quickly look it up. No, I was right the first time. Sorry. Who also works with Akira Kurosawa and Mifune. Forget the guy's name now. The Tashiro Mifune. So you're seeing a lot of reoccurring actors and directors. It's all coming together as one body of work, a bit like a music genre, I guess. But this one is very different and very unique to the samurai films I've been watching so far. Again, came out in 1962. It uses a black and white palette, beautifully shot as usual. That's not unusual at this point. All of them have been. And it's kind of a little bit like Inspector Calls, where what starts off seemingly harmless or straightforward on the surface, once the layers get revealed, a bigger tale unwinds and hypocrisy is exposed. So I don't know what to say without giving away spoilers, but then Mark Commode says once a film's been out 2 weeks, like that's it. But this film has been out since 1962. But I'm new to this just as much as you may be, so I would say just watch it. Absolutely go watch it and maybe come back and I'll try and be vague. So this samurai warrior comes a Ronin samurai. So a Ronin samurai is a wanderer, someone who doesn't have a master. There's different ways of viewing that in different films. And he turns up at a school asking to commit harakiri with witnesses. He says he's starving. He has no master. There's an essay in this, actually, which I didn't read. I'm kind of regretting not reading it now. Mind you, it does look long. Yeah, there's no way I was reading that tonight. But He wants, yeah, he's basically like, I'm wandering around, I'm half starving, I'm past my best, I want to go out on my terms with honour, with dignity, rather than just starving to death on the side of the road. And he wants to do it in an honourable skull with witnesses. So I guess it's kind of like an honourable discharge. Now the skull say, yeah, but this is a common trope. You think we're going to talk you out of it and either hire you or just give you some money and send you on your way. And once someone gives money and sends them on the way, other people are just going to turn up. And so no, we're going to hold you to it. Or no, let's backtrack. This has happened before. Someone else has turned up at the school asking the same thing, and that's what's said to him. Like they call his bluff and basically make him go through it. And there's a scene where he does go through it. What you're meant to do is stab yourself, go across the body, out, back in, and then down, up and down. So you're meant to do a cut across into your belly and basically just gut yourself. And this is what's great about samurai. The modern thing now is once you've done it, once you've gone through with it, it's generally there's someone there who's just going to behead you. So once you're bang and you're bleeding, they'll just go, right, fair enough, you've done it, bang. This is now seen as liberal. This is ancient woke. This is weak. No, you're not having your head chopped off. You're going through it. You're going to mean it, God damn it. That's what these people are like. So they tell this tale, and the guy's like, look, I'm not like that. I'm going to go through with it. I want to do it here. So when they go there and he's about to do it, he says, I want a second. Well, no, they've got a second. So once you do it, he is going to get beheaded as a mercy stroke. And he says, may I request a swordsman to be my second? Yeah, of course you can. He requests a swordsman. Oh, that guy's not available. He's ill. He's not turned up for work today. And okay, can I have another one? And he requests 3 different swordsmen. All 3 swordsmen aren't available that day. And this is where things are revealed. This guy is not quite what he is making out. It turns out he knows the guy that they previously spoke about. It turns out he knows really why these people haven't turned up. And he has his own tragic backstory. And I think I'm going to leave it there. It's beautiful. It's tragic. This could be a stage play. It's mainly in one room. There's back, there's forth. Beautifully filmed the way it goes from back person to person. There's a lot of acting with the eyes. There's suspense, and this is constantly just wound up. This film is full of tension. What you get in these older films, you know, they get Kira Kurosawa films and, you know, earlier samurai films, is there isn't much gore. There isn't like the spraying of blood, you know, what your Quentin Tarantino would adopt, and the sword fighting isn't quite as ding, 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 you know, it's not all elaborate and tightly choreographed. But I think it's more realistic for it. But there's a duel towards the end of the film, and then a battle at the end of the film that again isn't going to be quite the Jackie Chan choreography that we're used to in modern films. But when these battles come to, the suspense is built up so much that it's just phenomenal to watch regardless. And the tension is just great. You can cut it with a samurai sword. And yeah, it's just brilliant. And yeah, it's not like a modern thing, but it's not needed either. You appreciate it for the time it's in. And the ending climax, let's just say the guy goes out fighting and goes with honor, adhering to the code that he lives by. And by telling his tale and revealing what he knows, he basically, this is an anti-samurai film. It's it exposes the hypocrisy of this school, and probably the way many a samurai would do. It's like what you demand is impossible. You demand something that no one can live up to, and it turns out your best swordsmen are nothing like their reputation. You know, it's they're running on myths, and it shows you how he knows that, and that they are hypocrites, and they're not the swordsmen that they say they are. And yeah, and it's just like, this code you all live by is bullshit, because none of you live up to it, and yet you rule top down with an iron fist on everyone else when you don't adhere to it yourself. And yeah, it's a great tale of how this guy just seemingly turning up, humble, wanting to commit harakiri, and then the more he asks, the more he thinks, and the more he holds them to their own. He's like, well, hold on a minute, this is the tradition, this is what we've got to do, and it just he just peels the layers away and just exposes them all, and it's brilliant. Apparently, there is a remake recently, which isn't recommended. Remakes, the good ones are few and far between, unfortunately. But this was beautiful. This was a masterpiece, and I think so far, this is my favourite, along with Seven Samurai. I think Seven Samurai, sometimes, cliches are cliches because they're true, folks. But I do like the Samurai trilogy as well, but mainly just visually, it's beautiful. But in terms of the tale told and the philosophy, and that's what I'm loving about this as well, is all of these films have got a point to them. They've got they're fables. There's a moral to it in everything. So they all come with their own message, and yeah, it's brilliant. What a genre! I'm so glad I did this deep dive, and I'm so glad I'm just learning. Again, I'm learning as I'm going through this. So yeah, I'm trying to get some guests on to do some future reviews with me, and again, I'll be starting Musashi, the book. I'm gonna try and read it as fast as I can, but I don't want to plow through it. But it is 1,000 pages, so it is a bit of a mountain to climb. But I will get through it as quick as I can, and I'll just be reviewing more films as I read it. So, yeah, Harakiri. There we go. Definitely watch this. Put this on your watch list if you haven't seen it. And I've not. Hope I haven't given too much away. But yeah, phenomenal film. Right, that's it for now, folks. I'll catch you later.